The holidays are a time for family and friends, but we are living in a time when many people feel lonely. With me tonight is Collin Czarnecki, researcher with chamberofcommerce.org, an online resource for small businesses providing how-tos and research reports. And Collin, your recent findings suggest that people in the U.S. are lonely. I want to tell you to tell me a little bit more about this research, specifically what you learned about those in Washington, D.C. That's pretty interesting.
Sure. Whether it's your neighbor, or relative, or coworker, there's a good chance you know someone who lives alone. More than 36 million Americans across the country actually live alone, which is about 29% of all U.S. households. And we took a closer look at which cities have the most residents living alone. And like you mentioned, the D.C. metro area in particular tops the list for cities with the most people living alone.
Yeah, I will say there are a lot of young people in D.C. That might be a reason why people are getting married later and later these years. But the pandemic impacted just about everything, including human behavior. That could be a reason behind this. What other reasons did you find could be behind this loneliness?
Sure. Like you mentioned, a lot of people have been putting off major life milestones later on in life, like marriage. The average age to get married now for men is about 30 and women is in their late 20s. And then obviously pandemic played a huge factor in just geographic changes altogether. Where people work, how they work. We see this evolution of hybrid work, remote work, really changing the landscape in terms of where and how people are living and who they're living with.
Yeah, they're spending more time with people online than in person in many cases. We do have Thanksgiving next week, but is there an argument to be made that some people choose to be alone for the holidays, perhaps to avoid the travel chaos or family problems? You name the reason, but can it be a choice?
Sure. I think living alone obviously provides freedom, but it can also make you feel lonely at times. So it's sort of obviously one could be a personal choice or maybe a financial choice, or like you mentioned too, heading out for the holidays can be a little stressful to say the least. So obviously staying in touch with friends and family, no matter where you are during the holidays or throughout the winter months is definitely crucial to just for your mental health overall.
Sure. This is fascinating, and everybody appreciates some alone time, but that song, everybody needs somebody sometime. Collin Czarnecki, thanks so much for your insights on this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.